Good morning, beautiful people. So it is currently Wednesday, the 8th of September, and it is 9:10 in the morning. And I woke up like 2 hours ago or something like that, and I'm just gonna sit on the balcony and talk. We may as well look at our beautiful view this morning. Very much so loving that. I'm trying to like, what's the best angle we can work with here? You know what I mean? Like, do we want her in the background or no? You know what I mean? Hi. Okay. It's great to talk to you. I had a great night last night. It was super chill. I actually feel like we should get that in the background. Like, when do you normally see that? So we've got to work around this. Oh, look. Last night, by the way, this will be part of the story I tell you. I had to order literally the biggest Pizza Hut delivery ever because I woke up so late and everywhere was closed and I just had to get what I got. But it was so good. I haven't had a Pizza Hut in dog years. So, okay, we're just gonna, you know what? We'll work with it. So, hello. Last night, after I met Emma Chamberlain, which is still blowing my mind, I came into the hotel, and I wonder what time that was at. Let me actually check that real quickly. So I can like look at the picture, I guess, because I came in and immediately like called everyone and filmed the video because I was like freaking out. I met her at like 2:45 p.m. here, so it's like an hour ahead from the UK. So I came in probably at like 3:30 and probably went to bed at 4, and I slept from, I set my alarm to wake up at dinner time because I really wanted to go to some cafes and I wanted to go to some restaurants. I really want to try like multiple restaurants, you know what I mean? So I set my alarms for 6 and they went off at 6, and I was just so tired because I had pulled an all-nighter. So I was like, I'm on holiday, so I just went back to bed. But I ended up waking up at like 11 p.m. and I was like deciding whether I stayed in the hotel, whether I go back to sleep, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna go out. So I came out here and I like stood and looked around, and there was a buzz about the place. Obviously it's very central, so you can expect that. So I got ready, I put on like a black outfit, like a black silk shirt with black trousers, nothing that exciting, but just something comfortable and like formal casual to go out in. And I walked around the Eiffel Tower, I walked around a lot of different central places, but because it was 11 p.m. a lot of places were closing, so I was really struggling to find somewhere to eat, which sucked, because I hadn't ate for like a day, which isn't good, but I was trying to find somewhere. I was stressed with traveling, so everywhere was closing, I couldn't find anything, and I eventually was like putting into my maps like all of these different cafes, all of these different coffee shops, and just trying to go with the flow and figure out, and some of them were closing at 2 a.m. So I was walking to like 1, and it would like take me 15 minutes to walk to 1, and then it was actually closing because there weren't that many customers. Then I would walk to another and that was closed. So I was going back and forth. I think last night I went to 3 different cafes and I ended up going to 2 different bars, and the bars were the only places that were open. But I enjoyed it so much because I got out, I was walking, I was looking around the place, there was a buzz. I was walking around the Eiffel Tower for a bit, like I said, and it was super interesting seeing all the like tourist traps, and I was surprised I was very much so aware of them whenever I've never been here before. But from going back and forth from London so much, you start to learn the tourist traps, and some of them were obviously coming up to me and just super annoying. So aside from that, it was super great to like be walking around that kind of area, like further back there, and actually be up close with it. And I was actually just so in awe of that up close and seeing the like workings of it. It's just it's so beautiful. So anyway, I went to the coffee shops, They were closing but beautiful, and the staff were super nice, and I've been super nervous going around to like a bunch of places because of my limited French. I failed French GCSE, my exam, so it's, a lot of people were commenting and they were like, well, you know, they have like English alternatives or stuff, and I'm like, okay, well that's rude. Like, I'm coming into their country, I want to be able to speak it at least, like even at a bare minimum, so I'm trying to get like my phrases in there, my sentences in there, and I really did try last night. So the cafes were a bust, but then I found this bar that was open, and I went to order food, but the restaurant part was closed. So I thought, you know what, we're just gonna be here, we've been walking around for a while now, so I decided to order some wine. So I ordered a glass of red wine, and it was so good. It had this long French name, but I put it into Google Translate and put it up to my ear and heard how it was pronounced, and then said that to him, and I got that ordered, and then it was so good. I normally don't like red wine, but it was so nice. And so he came down and I was like, can I pay contactless? And he was like, oh, we have a contactless limit, like you have to spend above a certain amount of money. And I was like, just order me 3 more glasses. And I just sat there and drank all the glasses, but the thing was, because I hadn't ate any food, the wine immediately hit me. I mean, almost instantaneously. And so then I was like walking around the streets, like just taking in everything, and I was definitely a bit drunk. And I came back to the hotel then, all the food places were closed, but I ordered somewhere to the hotel, the Pizza Hut, and just ordered everything on the menu, as you can tell, because I was drunk. And it was so good, and I think I sat up until like 3 a.m. and then I woke up today at 6 a.m. and then went back to bed until now. So that was my day. Whew. But the thing is, alright, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, the thing is, the worst thing about this hotel, oh my god, those sirens go off all the time. The worst thing about the hotel, and I really don't like saying like, well, the worst thing, whatever like that, but the worst thing about the hotel is they have really bad room service. Because obviously there's so many people here, it's not a case of being like, I want room service, I'm gonna order room service. Even though I was told that whenever I booked this hotel. Like, oh, by the way, this was like the black silk shirt I wore last night. I'm gonna re-wear it because no one saw it basically last night. So if you watch my try on haul video that I did, you'll see that. And also, I'm not wearing this ever again. I wore it for the fucking Louis Vuitton thing, never fucking again. Because I didn't feel comfortable in it. Like, it was so not me, and I just always felt like I was gonna get hate crimed. And I would feel like that in Brighton too. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so yeah, you were told that you could order room service anytime, whatever. So when you go to order room service, you now have to pre-order it. So I was like, alright, like, when can I pre-order it for? You pre-order it for the next night. So like, if I was to pre-order now, the earliest like food, drinks, anything I could get would be tomorrow night, which is super frustrating. And again, first world problems, completely get it. It's just incredibly frustrating because it left me in a position last night where I had to go out at the back arse of nowhere, at timing, I mean, which, I mean, I had fun, but I had to go out and try to find somewhere and was unsuccessful in that. And I was, you know, like, they had great selection on their food menu here that said that it was open until 3 a.m. and then it was like, yeah, it's open until 3 a.m. if you booked yesterday before 8 a.m. and I'm like, oh my god. So anyways, I just really wish that I was able to order at least a fucking drink to the room, a water, an orange juice, something, because I've never been so dehydrated because it's so humid here. It's literally so warm. Oh my god, by the way, I found this robe up there. I think they're gonna charge me for it, like, cause I kinda wanna take it with me, so obviously they're gonna charge me. I just wanna find out how much money it is before I do that, but it's very heavy and I'm obsessed. I've never been to a hotel where the robe, I'm actually like, I wanna take this with me. But this one, I mean, it's super heavy. I like it. So anyway, I'm just in a position now where last night, whenever walking back, I couldn't find where any of the shops were, so I was going up to like these street vendors that were like closing and being like, can I have 7 water? Can I have 3 Coke along with that? And they're like, alright, and they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, oui. Give. Ridiculous. I've never been to a hotel where it's this restrictive, and I mean, they don't have like, the bar downstairs as well is restricted. Like, you're not able to like go up and just be like, I want this or I want this. And it's like, Lord have mercy, my little Irish ass is sweltered in this heat and I don't have any drinks with it, and I'm gonna have heat stroke. And the only drink available now is this, and I think this is sparkling water. And if this is sparkling water is one of the few drinks that make me literally gag. They had this and 1 water there, which wasn't even supposed to be like, here's a water to drink. It's for the like coffee, but I just downed that motherfucker. Like if you're watching all these videos, they have a mini fridge down here, and normally when you come to a hotel, well, you can comment below and tell me if this is the same where you're from. Normally when you go to a hotel, the mini fridge is stocked because they want to keep it stocked, so whenever you're taking things out, they can then charge you for it, right? That happened in Spain a few weeks ago, that happened in Dublin a couple months ago, in Derry hotels as well. That normally happens. That's how they make a lot of money. The only drink I actually have is this leftover Pepsi from the airport yesterday, and you know what? Is there seriously no drinks in here? My ass is gonna drink it. I'm trying to see if I have any leftover water. I literally don't. Oh my god, I just want some water. So, today's plans, it is currently 9:22. I have tickets for the Louvre booked at 12 p.m. because my brothers told me that I need to go, so I was like, alright. I honestly don't care to see the Mona Lisa, and the reason I don't care to see it is because I know that it's going to be underwhelming. So anyway, I'm going at 12 today. I don't know, it says like you're there for like 3 hours. My ass is not going to be there for 3 hours because I want to do other stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready quickly, then I'm going to go out and go to, dear Lord, hopefully a cafe, and get some drinks and maybe some food. Not maybe, yes, some food. And then head over to the Louvre, because that's at 12 and you need to be there 30 minutes before. And I think I might Uber to some of the like landmarks of France just to like see them today. And other than that, I want to go out for dinner today. Oh, it was in, hold on. Flat. You know what? Ew. It's like stale. Last night at the bar, when I was sitting with my wine, I was like sitting on the outside tables, and I didn't feel awkward about sitting on my own. I didn't feel uncomfortable. I was just chilling. I was just vibing, and I feel like I'm really making progress with being by myself, and I'm really happy with that, because Lord have mercy, that is something that I struggled with, because I'm someone who always needs people's validation. So doing stuff by myself has always been something that scared me. So today, because we're going to the Louvre, I don't know if I should wear this green silk. Well, we'll be doing a lot today, so we need to be practical. Or if I wear this. I have to be honest, before I started filming, I was leaning towards doing this because I like set it up on my bed and stuff. But now I'm leaning towards this because I'm gonna be moving around today, and if I'm remembering correctly, there is supposed to be a heat wave today. Oh my god, I just can't get over this. I can't get over this picture with Emma. Literally happening on the first. Ugh. So, disruption due to thunderstorms. Oh, there's supposed to be thunderstorms at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. today. But from now until 5 p.m., it's supposed to be like 30 degrees. And before the Americans come in my chat, like, 30 degrees, that's only like 90 Fahrenheit. Like, that's nothing. Please know that any place in Europe is not prepared for heat. So we feel it so much more intensely, and literally Americans who come here say that, where they're like, holy shit, like you just feel the heat so much more. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling, I don't know actually if I'm feeling the shirt. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know if I'm feeling the stuff the packed, you know what I mean? Like, whenever I've gone on, oh my god, I put on too much deodorant and then my like arms are fucking white. They're literally snowing because I did it too close to my skin. Hold on, fuck's sake. So anyway, hold on. So, whenever I pack for trips, I normally have no expectation for myself. Like, when I went to Spain, right, I was posting on Instagram every single day because I enjoyed going there. I enjoyed going there, but I also enjoyed being in a hot country, finally. And so I was able to dress, like, showing more skin and, like, trying, like, different, like, tank tops or whatever like that. And that's something I don't necessarily have the option to do that much, so I was excited to do that. So whenever I came here, I feel like I needed to come here to understand what other people wear, because now I do, right? I know what people in Paris are wearing. My perception of what people were wearing in Paris was not accurate. It was not accurate. And I was on the phone with, what trousers am I wearing today? See, I feel like these are definitely too formal. They are definitely too formal. Did I just wear my trousers from yesterday? The normal ones? Like, no, not these ones. Did I just wear these ones? Or do I wear denim trousers? Which goes best? I think these. I don't know if these do, but they're a lot more comfortable than my other ones. So I was on the phone with Kat, and Kat was like, no, like the outfits that you packed are ones that I would 1000% say are like Paris looks. And I'm like, have you ever been to Paris? And she went, no. And I went, I think we have a different idea of what the French wear. I want to get a beret though. The hat, am I saying that right? But I haven't seen anyone wearing that either. Oh my god, literally, like my friend Aoife from home, Aoife Doherty, she wears berets, or yeah, I think that's how that's said. If not, that's super embarrassing. The like slanted hat all the time, and she was like, you need to get one before you go to Paris. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because no one else is wearing one. Literally, like, I don't know what it is. Obviously, maybe movie interpretation. No one wears stuff like that out here. And it, literally, like, the most, like, French style I've seen from people has been tourists. Like, motherfucking, like, tourists. Speaking of tourists, I spoke to the nicest people at the airport yesterday who were from Brazil. That was fun. I need to get the room cleaned a little bit, because if the cleaners come in, I need it to be at least clean for when they start. So anyway, I was talking to these girls from Brazil, and I was hearing about like how it was for them to travel in, and it was super interesting, and they were super sweet. I can't remember their names now, but when we were at the airport, I think I'm gonna do a video on this, so I won't touch on it that hard right now, just because I think it's a video that I would very much so have liked to have seen before I started traveling again. Like, truth be told, traveling's not difficult right now, but it's not as easy as what it once was. And I was talking to my mum or my nana, I can't remember, and I was like, I can't believe that at one stage you were able to just wake up, if you're from like the UK or from Ireland or something, and be like, today I'm gonna get on a flight to America, and it was that easy. You know what I mean? Like, you get your visa, whatever, at a bare most, or okay, well, you need a visa for that, but like, say like, I wake up today, I'm just gonna go to France. Lord, honey, you cannot do that now. So anyway, there was border control, there was police control, there was EU control, like European Union control, like about passport checks. Depending on what passport you had, you went into a different line. So for me, luckily, I am born in the north of Ireland, so the like Northern Ireland, and oh my god, not this turning into a political vlog, but when you're from there, you have an option because Northern Ireland is classed as being part of the UK, the United Kingdom, but also it's Ireland. So my family, I've always grown up with Republican roots. We are very much so an Irish family. My grandparents are very much so Irish. I feel very much so connected to Ireland rather than the UK. And that's coming from someone who lives in the UK now. Like, I actually live in the UK. So, anyway, you have an option on what passport you want to have when you're from Northern Ireland. Do you want a British passport or do you want an Irish passport? Luckily, my parents always got me and my brothers an Irish passport. And now, after Brexit, and if you don't know what that is, let's not get there. After all of these different changes in the world between the UK and EU, in terms of traveling, it is so much easier for Irish travelers, because they have an EU passport, to get into EU countries such as France, Spain, because the UK are now no longer an EU country or are getting out of that process. So if you have an EU passport, which is Irish passport, am I doing a good job or a bad job at explaining this? You have a much easier job at the French airport because they're like, oh, you're an EU citizen, you come down this line. But if you have a British passport, they're now like, oh, you're not an EU citizen, get in that line. And it's a much longer line. I don't know if I did a bad job or whatever to explain that. I literally have never gotten into that before on my channel. I tried to do the best job I could. I don't know if I did it well or not, but you can let me know. I would appreciate that. So, I would love to touch on travel and stuff. So, as much as traveling was like a nightmare, the precautions are definitely needed. And if you think about it, like if you were like, oh, that was so easy, then everyone's thinking that way and they're not being cautious enough. Do we really live in a time where we shouldn't be being cautious right now? No. So, it's needed. Is there a bin in this place? Oh, there is. So, with that being said, if anyone, and I mean anyone, has any questions about travel, what it was like, what was needed, anything along those lines, hit me up in the comments below and I will get back to you about it. But I think once I get back to Brighton and I have a little bit more time, I will definitely make a full video on that. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciated it, spending the morning with you. It's currently still 9:33, so I'm just gonna continue cleaning up the room. Then I'm gonna head out and I'll update you later, sure. So, bye.